Hey folks, welcome to Cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline. Today we're going to make a Trini style chunky lime pepper sauce. So let's sit back and enjoy the ride.
Hey folks, let's go make our Trini style lime pepper sauce, and here's our ingredients.
So you will need Scotch bonnet peppers, lime, garlic, carrots, sea salt, white vinegar, and you'll need 1 glass bottle.
Well, let's get into it folks. Here I have a couple limes which I'm going to cut into some small wedges. You want to cut the lime in half, then into quarters, and then into eighths. This pepper sauce is pretty simple to make, and it's going to be very flavorful. Now that I have finished cut the lime into wedges, it's time to remove those seeds. And in case if you were sleeping, we're going to do it one more time. Cut that lime in half, and then we're going to take the half and we're going to cut it into some small wedges, about 1/4 inch in thickness. The next step is to remove those seeds, and that's pretty easy enough, so I'll bring you guys back when we are ready for the next step. Here I have the lime wedges in a pot of water. I'm going to place it on the stove and let it simmer until the lime skin becomes tender. While our lime is getting tender, let's cut up our Scotch bonnet pepper, which I have already removed the stems and washed. You want to cut your Scotch bonnet pepper almost the same way as you cut the lime, into some thin strips or wedges, whichever way you prefer to call it. And before I forget to mention, please wear gloves when handling hot peppers. And also wash your hands after you have finished handling them. Now that we have cut up all of our Scotch bonnet peppers, we're going to set this aside and move on to the next ingredient. Oops, sorry folks, I forgot to put the camera on, but here I have a medium carrot which I have cut into some thin slices. After slicing the carrots into some thin slices, then you want to cut them into some thin strips, or the culinary term julienne. You can leave it at that length, but I prefer to cut the strips into half and make it a bit smaller. And in case if you're sleeping, we're going to show you guys a close-up one more time how to cut your carrots. Cut them into the strips and then cut those strips into half. And this is pretty much the size you want to cut the carrots. Well folks, the carrots are all cut up, and we're going to place that in the same bowl with the hot peppers. Now on to our next ingredient, which is about 3 to 5 cloves of garlic, which I have already chopped up some. Just give it a smash and give them a rough chop. And I will have the full recipe in the description box below on how to make this lime pepper sauce. And if you click on the iCards above right about now, it will take you to another video where I did another lime pepper sauce. So boys and girls, here's a bit of a close-up of what we have got so far.
Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click the post notifications for more.
Well folks, it's about that time to check on our lime, and you can see that they have changed color and they are getting nice and tender. Now we're going to remove the lime from the heat, drain off that hot water, rinse it into some cold water, and then move on to the next step. So the lime wedges has been cooled and the water drained. Now we're going to cut some of them into some smaller pieces and leave some as they are. This lime pepper sauce complements most of our local cuisine, such as curries, stews, and even our seafood dishes. Now that we have finished cutting some of our lime wedges, it's time to start putting our ingredients into a glass bottle. First off, you want to start by adding some lime pieces, then adding some of the pepper and carrots, and continue alternating the ingredients as you go along. And for you folks who might find Scotch bonnet pepper hard to find, you can use habaneros, jalapenos, even serrano peppers, or even ghost peppers will work. Although the ghost peppers might blow your socks off. So folks, let me finish filling the bottle with our ingredients, and I'll bring you guys back for the next step when we are done. And take a spoon and get that roughly chopped garlic down inside there as well. Well folks, in a miracle of time, our bottle is all loaded. Now it's time for the next step. Here we're going to add our salt. And we are starting off with about a tablespoon of sea salt. Then we are going to add some of our vinegar. we're using white distilled vinegar. The amount of vinegar may vary depending on the amount of the other ingredients that you use. Here I'm using about 1 to 1 1/4 cups. And now we're going to top it off with the remaining of our sea salt, about a tablespoon, more or less. After you're finished adding the remaining salt, it's time to cover your bottle and give this a good old shake and leave it in the sun for a couple days. This will help bring all the flavors together. In the meanwhile, sit back, fasten your seat belts, and let's get ready for a drive-by. Let's go!
So boys and girls, here's our chunky lime pepper sauce, and it was... Sorry guys, my dad will taste this one.
And folks, this one was fire!
I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notifications for more videos. See you all on our next cooking journey, and we're out until next time.